Hey guys, if you want to talk about 15-year mortgage versus 30-year mortgages for real estate investors, stick around. Hey everybody, Kurt Davis here with Buy Memphis Now. So today I thought we'd put together a video talking about the difference between 15-year mortgages and 30-year mortgages. Now, before we get into it, if you've been watching any of our videos, make sure that you click the subscribe button to follow our page so you know when we put out a lot of good content. Like the videos, heck, even leave a comment if you want to talk, so we'll certainly reply. And we appreciate everybody who is watching. So with that being said, 15-year mortgages versus 30-year mortgages. Most real estate investors who are building a portfolio of buy and hold property are naturally going to put them on 30-year mortgages. And really the reason is they're trying to achieve maximum cash flow and maximum return on investment. But there's also a 15-year mortgage to consider. Some investors have their own different philosophy on 15-year versus 30. You know, some of the reasons why somebody would consider doing a 15-year mortgage, I kind of jotted down a few. One of them is to pay the property off quicker. If you're a person who does not like debt, 15-year mortgage is the way to go. Usually 15-year mortgages will provide a slightly better interest rate over a 30-year loan, so that's another reason to consider. I've also found out that people who are building buy and hold portfolios, at least from a lot of the clients that I work with, they don't really need the cash flow from the rental properties to survive or for actual financial support. These are long-term investments. A lot of people are looking to realize cash flow down the road, but a lot of people don't need it right now. So that's another reason. And the reality also is that there are investors out there who have no other option but getting a 15-year mortgage. Now, I own 31 single-family homes here in Memphis. I really cannot get traditional 30-year mortgages, conventional mortgages anymore. I'm using more commercial financing, where in a lot of cases the only option is a 15-year loan. So a lot of times it's no option. And like I said, the main reason why investors are going with a 30-year loan is for cash flow. Now, a negative reason in terms of what a 15-year mortgage provides is that I've heard some people say, well, I don't want to do a 15-year loan because the cash flow is even less and the returns are less, and by the time you factor in things like vacancy and capex, the deals could be really low or potentially negative, and the cash flow is not going to provide any type of cushion down the road for things, you know, like vacancy and repairs or turnover costs. So, you know, 15-year mortgages are not necessarily for everybody, but, you know, like I said, it just depends on strategy. Of the 31 homes that I have, I think all but 3 or 4 of them are on 15-year mortgages because I do want to pay my properties off quicker. I do want to realize the cash flow. My investment properties are my retirement plan. I don't have stocks, bonds, 401ks, or anything like that, so I want to pay them off. That's my personal strategy. That's my philosophy. So I'm going to give you an example here, something to kind of consider. So, you know, here in Memphis at least, you know, and these numbers I'm going to give you are from an example property in my market. But if you buy a house for $100,000 and you're doing 20% down on a 30-year loan, interest rate's 5.3%, and we're going to factor in estimated $5,000 for total closing costs, prepaids, things like that, 8% property management fee. If this property rents for $975 a month, you can expect a gross $302 a month in cash flow and a gross 15% return on investment, and these are figures before vacancy, repairs, capex, things like that. Now, if you took the same property and you put it on a 15-year loan, I lowered the rate just to an even 5. Now, sometimes the rates can fluctuate I've seen as low as a half a point less if you put it on a 15-year loan, but for this example I just lowered it to 5. The same numbers, same everything, but 15-year loan, you would get $115 a month in cash flow and a 5% return on investment. Now of course those numbers, those are not exciting. Nobody's investing for $115, but you know, so hence that's why maybe 30-year mortgages look a lot more attractive. Now, one thing to consider now, I took these same figures and I punched it into a mortgage calculator online I found, and this same exact deal that we're talking about, the amount of interest that you would pay over the life of the loan is about $80,000 on the 30-year loan property, and compared to the 15-year loan property, you're paying about $33,000, $34,000 in interest over the life of the loan too. So there are some people that look at that as a reason on why you would consider a 15-year loan. So this video is not intended to convince anybody to put houses on 15-year loans, but just something to think about. You know, 15-year loans, you are paying the mortgage down a whole lot faster. You know, again, my personal feeling is I like the 15-year loans. I don't need the cash flow. You know, regardless of whatever your strategy is, I guess this is more important to be getting into the property anyway. So that's kind of all I have right now in terms of 15-year versus 30-year loans. I would just suggest checking out some of our other videos.
If you have any questions, you know, put them in the comment section.
Yeah, like Angelo said, if you guys have any questions, drop them down below. We'll certainly answer them. Just make sure to like, subscribe, share the videos, follow us on social media. If you have any questions, get a hold of us, and we will see you on the next video.